Hey, what's up, Stu? It's Picking Preacher. Hey, Picking Preacher. Good to see you. Will, the Calanova. How's it going? How's everyone? Bombino one, welcome. Good. I'm doing good. Just hanging out in the movie theater all day. I have a subscription membership with my god, my hair is like see that? This is- um no, I just was I saw a movie Good Luck and I saw The Strangers 3 today. And I saw Criminal 101 like a few days ago. I'm watching like a lot of movies in the theater lately. It's crazy. All right, enough of that. Yeah, it's the perks of having a membership because you're literally paying 50 cents every time you see it with your membership. So, yeah, it's a great deal. All right, there you go. Wonder Woman 220. This one is a 6-0. I'm gonna raise it to 40% the price. I paid. It's too close to what I paid for. So I'm gonna. If you guys want, I could run that again for 50% off, but the rest I'm gonna do 40% off. That's the wrong one. My bad. That's 222. I screwed that up. Does anybody want 222? If not, I'll just skip it. Sorry, I'm not paying attention. 266? No, I don't have it. I almost got an X-Men Annual 8 though. Um Somebody had it at the swap meet, but I didn't get it cuz it was yeah, I passed on it. X Factor, yeah, I got X Factor. What numbers are you trying to get? Any? Oh, any? Um yeah. No, I have 1. I got 19. I got 24. Yeah, 119 and 24. I just have well, I don't have 6, but I have 1. Here. Here's 1. They're all keys, so I don't know. Here. This one is a VF Plus copy. For some reason it says I have 5 of them. I don't know why it says I have 5 of them. But thank you, Chris the Collector. Chris the Collector, thank you for your purchase. Let's see. Chris the Collector. All right. With a K. I know a lot of Chris's that spell it with a K. Here is issue 19. This is the first appearance of the Four Horsemen. Oh, really? I know. I live in Southern California. There's a lot of Chris's, Christians. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. Then, see, there's X Factor 24. First appearance of Archangel. High grade copy. This one is a 9.0. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I could show you. I believe it's a 9.0. It's a nice book. Thank you. Um. Okay. Then there's I have another copy if you're interested. I also have X Force 12. This is Clayton Crane X Force. If anybody wants it. It's only $2.50. Okay. Um, I have X-Men, like John Byrne, Dave Cockrum X-Men, if you want to see what I got, and also got X-23. Okay, we got Wonder Woman 226. Okay. And then we got Wonder Woman 227. Yeah, this one is a VF minus. This one is Wonder Woman 236, another VF minus copy. I mean, these are nice copies, guys. Yeah, I wish I had number 6. That's the key issue. We got 290. We'll do $4 on it. Mm. All right, Wonder Woman 90, near mint or better. First appearance of Artemis. Yeah, it's like perfect copy. What's up, Armare? Good to see you back. Here's Adam Hughes, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman 190. Here we go. This one is a 9.0 copy. Another Adam Hughes cover. This one is a 9.0. Here's 193. Another 9.0 copy. That's a nice cover too. I really like to see the crotch of Wonder Woman, you know? It's a good time. Good time. Um Sold it. I no longer own a copy. Hey, Sally Pump. What's up, Cam Rick? How are you? Here's a really cool Adam Hughes cover. This is 196. This is volume 3, number 1. $4. 9.0 copy. Mm. All right, next stack of books. Okay. Woody the Woodpecker 66 from 1961. Only $4 for 6.0 copy. Worlds of Wheels, issue 21. Just $6. Worlds Unknown. This is a low grade copy. $2.50. Hey, CC Feely, welcome in. All right, X23, issue 3. Near mint copy. $4. I also have 1 and 2 in a CGC at 9.6s. Anybody wants them? Here is X23. This is the Marvel.com run. Near mint copy. Just $4. Snazzy Pants, what's up? Wolf Redditor, what's up? Okay, here's X Factor 24, another copy of X Factor 24. Just $20. This one is, yeah, another high grade copy. We already ran that. Here's X-Men 109. This is a low grader. Hole punched. Why, right? That's why. That's all I got in my mind is why did they do it? But hey, you can have it for $7.50. First appearance of the Vindicator. Or Weapon Alpha. All right. Here is a perfectly good copy of X-Men 133. I'll do 90 on it. It is a 7-0. Hey, Ragaros. What's up? El Cartel. King Thanos. Welcome. Josh Herr. Welcome. Here is the Magneto cover. Nearman or better. First Omega Red.
And just like that, we've reached the end of episode 484 of Find Your Harmony. My personal highlights from this one were Gareth and Ali J. Carolia, Cosmic Gate Exploration of Space in the Ollie James rework.
Oh, Chris the Collector. Thank you, sir.
The track that I made together with Alan Morris and Johanna Angelina, Never Be the Same. What were yours? Let me know in the comments. I always
We got X-Men 39.
after the episode ends. Don't forget to pre-save my latest Extasia record. I'm gonna leave a link for you
$2.50.
on this episode, but also you can find the link on my Instagram. Now it's time for the classic selection to close this one out. A true throwback with a legendary remix. The Generator, Where Are You Now in the Moon Man remix. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, may the harmony be with you.
All right, X-Men Unlimited. All right, $2.50. Here's Zombie from Milestone. $2.50. Young Allies. From Timely. $2.50. High grade copy. Okay. Zero Tolerance. This has says Tim Vigil art in it. It is a near mint minus. $2.50.
Snarky influencer chefs, fast food critics, and slovenly mukbangers, creators around the web are stuffing their faces with slop or criticizing said slop every day for your entertainment. It's like a fat ass's Roman Colosseum's worth of entertainment, and I'm happily in attendance. Food and eating related influencing is a profitable lane, but it's also quite the scandalous one.
All right, this stack here is all signed books. So this is Ball and Chain. This is a set.
Framed as a bombing victim and a challenge eater busted for
Issues 1 through 4, signed by Scott Lobdell.
scandals of online
All high grade.
reviewers hit by SUV mid-review. Now we'll be rolling into a pretty heavy story that crashed its way onto the internet in 2025. One that shattered both my conception of restaurant window side seating safety, and view records for viral food influencer clips. This story begins with social media influencer Nina Unrated. Nina first became popular as a YouTube dancer and booty twerking instructor. Though in more recent years, the woman has etched a name for herself as a food reviewer and bizarro mukbanger on
Drama. This is signed by Joseph Michael Linsner.
truly something, and in my opinion, they have a bit of a gooner flair to them. Many of the more recent videos feature fellow food reviewer Patrick Blackwood, and in these you get a taste of Nina's approach, with her sucking and wrapping
Here you go.
gummy worm-sized lips around food.
Near mint copy.
And fork fed to her in a suggestive manner by her accomplice. These videos featuring Nina and Patrick Blackwood were already popular on TikTok, but a chance encounter with a 5,000-pound amalgamation of
Okay, La Casa Nostroid.
would make sure these two were famous for something else entirely. On August 16th, 2025,
Signed by Rob Schrab.
filming a food review at QB's Culinary Creations, a restaurant located in Houston, Texas. Things start off routinely, with the two chatting and chowing down on a luxurious spread of fine cuisine. There's even one of the signature oyster shell suck-off moments. Everything was as it should have been. But then, after about 10 minutes of mukbanging, something absolutely inconceivable happens. I reckon the driver thought this place had a drive-through. Taking a closer look at the replay of the cliff, we can see that while it was quite the destructive impact, the frame of the window and booth shielded the pair from most of the collision, though Patrick did seem to have gotten roughed up a bit. The two almost immediately admitted themselves to the hospital, and thankfully it was determined no serious injuries occurred. The absolute universally microscopic odds for
Moon
something
Knight
like this to
28.
happen be caught on camera is what really trips me out. For someone to be filming a food review and then to also have some jackass smash a SUV into the booth exactly where you were filming, it's almost like this was a planned crashing of their smorgasbord. Well, no need to get conspiratorial because the truth of what led up to this insane crash would later be revealed. In an article published by Today, the owner of the restaurant, a man named Ivory Watkins, was interviewed and shined some light as to what had transpired from his point of view. According to Ivory, the restaurant was mostly empty that day as staff were preparing for a private dinner party. So, from what I gather, Nina and Patrick were like one of the few people that were in here eating, which also adds to the absurdity of the car hitting specifically their booth, but I'll continue. To make matters even more fucking ridiculous, Ivory further explained that the person who had slammed the SUV into the window was apparently an invited attendee of said dinner who arrived early. I mean, why park when you can just get in restaurant car hop service? They turned that bitch into a Sonic drive-in. As to why exactly the SUV driver smashed through the wall like Kool-Aid Man, that answer would later be provided by the Harris County Sheriff's Office. It appears the driver had accidentally switched their vehicle into reverse, thinking it was in park. When they released the brake, the SUV rolled backwards and slammed through the window. This explanation does make a lot of sense because if it was a vehicle actually driving at speed, I have no. Jesus Christ, it's like a fucking. That's a wasp. Oh, hell no, bruh. You fucking made a huge mistake, dude. Oh my god, he's right there. One shotted. Media outlets later caught up with Mr. Watkins in person, and he breaks down everything in this first interview that they got.
They were getting into the salmon sliders, and then I literally 2 seconds turned and went this way. And talking to the guests that came into the door, boom, the crash came. In that moment, the car literally came in about right here, and then she started backing up. And then she backed out of the window.
So yeah, the clip was a viral phenomena and the buzz around it came and went. And many assumed that would be the end of the matter altogether. You know, it being a remarkable freak incident with all parties walking away thankful that nobody was seriously hurt. Well, recent developments suggest this controversy is far from over. Back in August of this year, CBS reported that the two influencers in Nina and Patrick had initiated a $1 million lawsuit against the restaurant, alleging that there were no protective barriers installed to protect customers from events such as this. They suggested negligence on the restaurant's part, accusing them of not being proactive about customer safety. It's too early to tell how this thing is going to shake out, but they're being represented by Tony Busby, who is notable for being involved in the Diddy lawsuits and also representing the woman who sued Shannon Sharp, which I discussed in a previous video about Gooners if you want to check that out. It'll be interesting to see where this one goes, but I must admit I'm a bit saddened that it's being litigated. I feel bad for everyone involved in this situation except for the driver. But like, I think it's senseless to go the legal route here. Come on, can it not just be a funny viral clip without all the lawsuits? We got a mukbanger down in the ER with a ruptured stomach, so I'll keep this brief. Finding a healthcare provider can be a stressful process, and I think we can all relate to a time where we went in blind to a doctor that we found off of a Google search. Today's sponsor, ZocDoc, can help you out here. ZocDoc is a free website that helps you search through providers in your area and make a more informed decision about who you see. The best part about ZocDoc is that you avoid the phone calls from secretaries and you can book an appointment right there on the site. Useful filters will allow you to see if providers accept your insurance. You can also filter by distance. Usually with ZocDoc, you can find an appointment that's anywhere between 24 and 72 hours out. But in some cases, they have day of appointments that you can book. ZocDoc has over 100,000 providers in their network, and they cover the specialties.
Hey, Greg, what's up? Joe Fowl, Jenna Maya, what's up?
Don't have a dermatologist. ZocDoc makes it easy to find one quickly. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/WavyWebSurf to book an appointment today. The link's also in the description. Now, I gotta go sew up this mukbanger's stomach. See ya. The report of the week bombing death incident. This story involves one of my personal favorite YouTubers being framed as a child victim of a deadly terrorist attack. On May 22nd, 2017.
Hey, Pickin' Preacher. How's it going?
One of the deadliest terrorist attacks in the history of the United Kingdom. At approximately 10:30 p.m., a crazed suicide bomber named Salman al-Bedi launched an attack against the Manchester Arena after the conclusion of an
It's weird. It's glitching. Hold on.
The attack killed 22 people and injured dozens more. Footage of the crisis.
There you go. Double signed. First appearance of Bloodshot. Signed by Jim Shooter and David Lapham.
Aside from the abject horror of this terroristic violence, the media also highlighted another distressing component to this attack. That being many children were present and they got temporarily separated from their parents during the chaos. This element will become relevant.
Okay.
Sadly, despite how horrible this was, the age-old tradition of making
Savage Tales.
horrific tragedies remain true even with this Manchester situation.
Near mint copy signed by Sudam.
As an opportunity to garner clicks off of mean-spirited jokes and hoaxes. Think along the lines of creating viral hoax posts falsely attributing Sam Hyde as being a mass shooter or like the ghost of Kiev kind of thing. Several online trolls.
Hey, Nixon. Hey, Listrovus.
Of teens and children.
Goody Gotham. Train Namo.
Individuals were missing in an attempt to create confusion online. And one of the most notable figures used as fodder to perpetuate this hoax was none other than the internet's premier fast food reviewer, the Report of the Week. The Report of the Week is a fast
Okay, Tale of Bloody Mary, issue 3.
radio enthusiast and suit-wearing food critic John Jurasek, who goes by the online moniker Review Bro. While he's been making videos since the early 2010s, John saw a huge renaissance around
$6.
becoming not just a popular channel, but in many ways he became a living meme. This was all thanks to his aforementioned eccentric nature, making him a beloved figure on sites like Reddit and 4chan.
My disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined.
Though while his popularity on these sites may have been good in terms of views, the internet's obsession with him combined with his youthful appearance, well, you might imagine where this is going. In the wake of
Here's issue 5.
account posting the following tweet with an image of Review Bra. My son was in the Manchester Arena.
750.
He's not picking up my call. Please help me. This post ended up going viral, garnering over 10,000 likes and 20,000 retweets in short time. While many knew it was a shitpost by a troll, the nature of its virality meant it spread over into the mainstream, causing some to genuinely want to help try to find this missing son. While perhaps not intentionally malicious at first, this tweet quickly became an issue for John, who had so many people checking in about his safety that he actually had to create a video clarifying that he wasn't
Issue 8.
started by internet trolls.
Ladies and gentlemen, this evening, I don't know if you've heard it or not,
$10.
propagated a certain rumor claiming that I was a victim in the attack in
Signed by Tom Carlton.
I'm just making this video to let you know that I am indeed alive, well, and okay here in the United States, not the UK. And this unfortunately was just an effort done by various trolls and website users, certain website users, just to try to mislead the general public with fake news and just to try to get some laughs out of it.
The Terrifying Crimson Bat, signed by Tim Vigil.
Allegations about his untimely demise. This is why Review Bra is the go. With John's video obliterating any credibility given to the tweet, the author of said hoax post received a great deal of criticism for the burden they had placed not only on Review Bra,
Dude, 15.
but also for making a mockery out of real victims. Gamergate Antifa was actually contacted by news publication The Guardian. They managed to have a brief exchange.
Bombino, what's up?
When asked about their motivations as to why they did it, said, "It has become a sort of competition of who can fool the news. The only way to give it enough credibility is to fool."
Welcome back, Picking Preacher.
Basically, they're making a joke out of dead children to own the mainstream media. Good one. Gamergate Antifa was completely unapologetic, going as far as claiming they would do it again, and suggested hoaxes like this would continue so long as people continued to fall for them. Though what wouldn't continue was Gamergate.
All right, now I'm going to do adult books.
Suspended and would never
Okay.
again. Thankfully, Review
So,
victim of the Manchester bombing, but he would fall victim to something else entirely that was in many ways life-threatening. A little over.
these are adult-only books.
Manchester, Review Bra would post an image of himself laid up in a hospital bed. While many feared the worst, such as a terminal illness or a fast food-induced cancer diagnosis, John would reveal that he had actually been.
This is a lot. 18. This is Artist Alley Comics Multiverse Saga, all near mint.
I took a bad fall this morning. I was doing work in the attic, lost footing, and fell 12 feet onto concrete. I hit the back of my head and.
There's Black Cat, and then there's Poison Ivy. Full nude cover, and then the one where she's wearing clothes.
He's made a full recovery since the incident.
I was at work in the attic, and I lost my footing and fell about 12 feet onto a very hard floor by concrete. Needless to say, you can see it was my mistake.
Okay.
I messed up, but for reference, I was trying to get to that board.
Aw shucks, suspense story.
I misjudged my step. That's what happened, and foot slipped. So did I, of course. And then with that,
$10.
from there onto the ground here. I never anticipated, never expected.
What's up, everybody?
Such a response.
Welcome in.
Most sincerely wanted to thank
Riz Collectibles, Soul Junglist, Yayun 11, Bruce Mays, a Dodge Dakota.
Thank you all so much. It really means a lot to me, and I just never expected so much.
Milkovac, what's up? How are you?
The mukbang deaths. In the world of food-related.
Here's Cave Woman, issue 4. This is Cave Woman Rain from 1996.
Binge eating grotesquely large portions of food on
$9.
in slovenly fashion. Many influencers in this space boast
JoJo Comics, welcome in.
dipping sauce smeared faces. There are obviously potential health concerns with creating this sort of content on a daily basis. Some have truly lost themselves to the mukbang.
Mr. Moo Moo.
Morbidly obese. Influencers such as Foodie Beauty.
Chewbacca 324, welcome.
Others who have taken their eating too far for the sake of content and money. The natural worry with this sort of thing.
Here's another Cave Woman book.
Christ. It's like an insect invasion today. The natural worry with this sort of things is that, well, these obese mukbang influencers are gonna fucking die. And while I'm unaware of such cases,
Michael Jeremy Lambert, welcome in. Trainamo.
International mukbangers entering the grave early, one of which was actually live streaming when it happened. On June 14th, 2024, a Chinese mukbang creator named Pan Zhao Ting would be hospitalized after partaking in a continuous binge eating mukbang session while live. Pan had become infamous over the years for continuously escalating the scale of her eating content to include more and more food with each upload, leading to her becoming morbidly obese. This resulted in the development of numerous health issues that would eventually compound in deadly fashion. The Daily Mail reported that the aforementioned mukbang.
All right, Consumer Comics.
10 hours, with the woman eventually consuming an estimated 22 pounds of food.
From 1975, Wisconsin Department of Justice. VG/fine copy.
Passed out live, and the viewers were in the chat panicking.
$10.
Not able to help her other than call for EMS. She was hospitalized soon after this and pronounced dead. The autopsy revealed that Pan had passed away from her stomach literally bursting from the copious amounts of food that she had consumed. While unfortunate, as mentioned before, this isn't the only incident of its
The Bat Bear, what's going on?
24-year-old mukbanger Ethican Coulter would succumb a
Decab, welcome in.
live stream fake. This perfect influencer was severely obese and created
Double Impact.
gorging himself.
Symbols of Justice, issue 2.
on his own.
Foil variant.
Killed this individual, with Coulter being hospitalized related to issues
$9.
surrounding obesity, dying on March
Curious
2nd,
Rex, what's up?
at the age of 24. The Sweet Dixie Kitchen.
What's up,
scandal.
Flip It?
Imagine operating a craft restaurant and being exposed for deceptively selling fast food as one of your main dishes. This is the story of the Sweet Dixie Kitchen Popeye scandal. About a decade ago, the Sweet Dixie Kitchen was a hotspot for Southern fried comfort food in Long Beach, California. Most of the reviews for the business in its heyday were positive. Polite staff. a great
Duty
city
Call
vibe,
Girls.
and above all, good food. However, this southern cooking oasis in the big city had a country fried secret they were keeping from customers that, when revealed on a large scale, threatened to ruin its owner's livelihood. One of the most popular items at the Sweet Dixie Kitchen.
This
was
is
the
$2. $2.
California isn't necessarily
Adult
known
only
for
books.
chicken, but this place had a
This is
recipe that
a
was
lot.
suspiciously good for them being so far away from the Mason-Dixon line. Some might even go as far as to say that the chicken was finger licking good. The scandal emerged with a Yelp review posted by a man named Tyler in early October of 2017. In it, he made some startling accusations.
Okay.
Tyler claimed that he had witnessed employees sneaking in a large quantity of boxes consisting of Popeye's chicken, bringing it into the restaurant's kitchen. Apparently noticing the covert supply.
All right, here is Faust Singo's Talents.
The implication was that Sweet Dixie Kitchen's most famous dish, the fried chicken,
Issue
was actually
4.
just Popeyes. I mean, these people were serving fast food disguised as like Paula Deen tier home.
Oh, yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't see the bottom part here. Sorry. I gotta cover that up.
Tyler says that he decided to test his theory out by ordering the chicken and waffles, and he claimed that
$10.
it tasted suspiciously like Popeyes. Apparently, this
I forgot to cover up our cooch
Tyler's
here.
when he confronted the waiter about the such chicken, and this waiter seemingly admitted to the southern.
Yeah,
fried subject.
there you go.
Apparently wanting to
Cooch covered.
the restaurant comped the guy deal to keep him quiet, and they went their separate ways. But Tyler was no hush puppy, and thus his Yelp review was created. Tyler concluded his scathing expose by challenging the restaurant
Okay.
about what they were doing. You know, essentially.
Femforce 32.
a felony crime that could get you court-martialed by Colonel Sanders. Seeing that the chicken was out of the coop, the restaurant's owner, Kimberly Sanchez, attempted damage control and would admit to using Popeye's tenders in some of their dishes. Here is her rather hilariously tasteless response.
$10.
We proudly serve Popeye's spicy tenders, the best fried chicken anywhere, and from New Orleans, which are delivered twice a day. So whatever to you and your little review, like it was some great exposure. And whatever to you, dude. We do what we do and bring Long Beach the best food. Mostly made here, but we
Hey,
also
Michi.
get by with a little help from our friends. And we don't want it any other way. Now, in fairness to Kimberly, there does exist an archived post from before this incident where the restaurant
Okay, from the darkness.
chicken in a public fashion. But this post had little visibility and was certainly not something openly advertised in the store itself. I mean, come the fuck on, it is patently absurd to consider yourself an American Southern style comfort food restaurant.
$6.
And your fried chicken isn't even your own recipe. Like, even worse than that, it's fast food Popeye's chicken. Are you kidding me? What a complete fucking joke. This is like the worst crime imaginable. Tyler's truly baffling discovery caught the attention of the local media, who descended on the restaurant and got an interview from Kathy herself. She defended her use of Popeyes, characterizing it as an ingredient.
We take the food and use it as an ingredient in our dish. So I make the biscuit, we make the coleslaw.
Okay, from the darkness. Issue 4.
Chicken here.
Near mint copy.
Also contained an interview with a blogger named Brian Addison, one of the Sweet Dixie Kitchen's harshest critics. Brian felt that because the restaurant hadn't properly disclosed the fact that they were using Popeyes, they were operating a deceptive operation, even alluding that it could be fraud. The argument was that Popeye's chicken was significantly cheaper than the price that they were charging for the food that they included it in. They were upcharging Popeyes and selling it as authentic cuisine. It does seem pretty unethical. A later report from Inside Edition would also end up going viral and further blasted the restaurant.
Okay, high impact. Issue 1.
She admitted the reason it wasn't disclosed is that she was concerned about violating Popeye's trademarks or copyright.
When people order it, we tell them it's not on my menu as Popeye's chicken because I can't get the approval from Popeyes.
Scrolling through the comments of this video, there are a
$9.
defending Kathy's choice to covertly serve Popeyes. You know, people are like, it's not that big of a deal. And while I might agree with you if this was some sort of small time mom and pop shop or a gas station that served cheap bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits, what Kathy did here was just wrong. How would you feel if you went to a restaurant that prided itself on serving authentic Italian food, only to later find that the fettuccine Alfredo was picked up from Olive Garden down the block? Like, that's just not right. While an extremely damaging.
Horny biker slut 6.
More years, but it did later close its doors. It's reported that the restaurant went out of business in 2019.
$30.
It was taken over by new ownership altogether and turned into something else. And for those curious, no, Popeyes didn't sue. Rather, they actually opted.
Charlie, Iowa. Welcome in. Lucario 23. Welcome to the show.
Known as Eater has reported shortly before the nationwide launch of Popeye's chicken sandwich. Well, they actually collaborated with Sweet Dixie, allowing some customers to try the sandwich at Kathy's restaurant before it came out, which was a pretty based Popeyes move. After Sweet Dixie was shut down, the new owner.
Hi, this is Peyton Blue, Women of War.
Opening a place called Arise Bistro, which is a hit.
2 books. There's 2 books in this set.
By the look of
Do $60.
pictures, I think they're actually using their
The other cover I just can't show you. I'm not allowed to show what's on the other cover.
Discussed today have been more traditional fast food adjacent creators. This next entry is unique in the sense that she's a food influencer while not technically featuring anything you would describe as edible in her videos. Guava Shuishu, better known by her online moniker Guava Beauty, was a Taiwanese woman who made content about.
Okay.
The unique gimmick that garnered her the most attention was the fact that she
Queens of Dixie, issue 1.
and commented on the flavor. Some of you out there probably have a baby or dog that has tried this before.
$15.
Resulted in some controversy for Miss Guava, as internet users considered it not only unsafe, but thought it could also influence kids to potentially consume dangerous makeup products. Though Guava
Near mint copy.
with many of these videos still up on her Instagram page to this very day, you can see she went on to make dozens more.
Lobster Sick, what's up? Misty Mon, Moon 76 Collecting, welcome.
But then,
What's going on, everybody?
May of 2025, she died. The tragic discovery was made by her parents.
Real Pulp Comics.
Passing. Thank you to everyone who has liked, left
From 1973, this is issue 2.
She really keeps it in her heart and cherishes them very much. Guava Shui Shui just changed her place and continues to shine. If we meet again one day,
Fine / very fine copy.
specific co-branded makeup at some point over there. While many headlines emphasize the fact that she was known for eating beauty products, it's actually unclear whether that was the cause of her death. The specific cause hasn't been revealed. Doing a little bit of digging into the matter of lethality in regard to makeup consumption, it seems most makeup and beauty products are relatively harmless if accidentally consumed in small quantities.
Okay, Sad Girl Psycho Baby.
But I think given the
Limited to
nature of
250 copies.
though that goes out of the window. Didn't realize she was allergic to it.
$18.
But that's the story of the woman who ate makeup and died. The TikToker who caused the restaurant shut down. In the era of social media, all it takes is one person with a
Philip G, welcome in. Blue Bear Comics, welcome to the show.
Well, your restaurant's cooked. Though what's insane about this case is the restaurant that got cooked, well, they actually invited the reviewer to their spot. In late July of 2025, a video was posted to TikTok by then fledgling online food reviewer It's Carla BB. This video was different from her typical one. She wasn't reviewing a unique.
All right. This is another stack of adult-only books.
With staff at an upscale restaurant / wine bar located in.
This is Sapphire 1, high grade near mint copy.
As rude and demeaning behavior from staff during the visit. Staff apparently actually invited her to review food there.
I don't know if I'm gonna post this video because I'm like still shaking and I feel so sad for it, but I just left a restaurant collaboration.
Balding Yeti, what's up? Snazzy Pants, how are you? Welcome to the show.
A new restaurant in Hayes Valley that I was really excited for. I had it planned since last week. My reservation was at 5:30, but I went a little early at 5:10, so it was just me. My husband was gonna meet me there. When I get there, I'm greeted by the
Sapphire issue 2, high grade near mint copy.
And he was actually the guy I was speaking on Instagram with about it, so we were on the same page and ready to go. I started to
$15.
that early on when there's less people, and after filming for a bit, I sit down at the table that's prepped for me, and it's a bar counter seat. I'm beginning to film the setup and the kitchen and stuff because it's really cute, but I hear the host and this other guy talk. And this other guy is behind the counter, so it's a small restaurant. It's like 2 or 3 feet away from me, so I hear what you're saying.
It appears there was some sort of miscommunication with management and whoever invited her because when Carla got there, well, it seems some workers.
All right, Sapphire issue 6. This is a 7-0.
And was confused as to why she was even invited in the first.
$5.
Big growing this girl.
Darth Gator 812, welcome in. Lucario 23, welcome in.
Instagram for food. It's just my private Instagram. So this guy tells him that I have like 1,300 followers, and he is not having it, saying to the host that he shouldn't have invited me and that this was a mistake and that this is bad. And then he says, is she dining alone? Who else is coming? And the host says that I have a +1. And then he says, and this +1's late, but no one was late. I was there early.
This is Bloodline 2. This is a Poison Ivy cover.
So close to each other. At this point, I am turning red because I'm
$15.
really disrespected, but the new guy comes to me and I introduce myself, I shake his hand, and I'm telling him that I'm so excited about this collab. Immediately he says, did you do any research on this restaurant? Do you know what we do? Do you know who we are? And mind you, they're really new, they don't have a website, but I know their menu front and back because whenever I go to a restaurant, I study the menu because I know
There can only be one. Welcome, FG Hollywood, Jedi RJ. Welcome in.
tell him that you guys don't have a website, but I know we all.
This is Tits and Clits 1.
He's smirking while he's listening to me and saying that I didn't do any research and that he thinks that there's been some miscommunication.
$40. First issue. It's a 6.0 from 1972. Nanny Goat Comics.
The restaurant. And not even my page, just the page that comes up when you search my name. For scrolling like 2 times, he says to me that he doesn't think my videos are at the level at which he wants his restaurant to be.
Led Zepecker, welcome to the show.
My audience and my followers are not the kind of people that are going to be at his restaurant. It seemed like he was insinuating that my followers would not be able to afford to eat at this restaurant.
So if
This is Veronica issue 13.
the right thing to do here was, hey, we didn't realize you weren't clouded up. We invited you by mistake, but you're here. It's on us. Just enjoy your meal. But the restaurant doesn't take this route. In
There you
fact,
go.
what staff does next is so comically stupid and rude. It makes me think this place is
Perfect
ran
high
by
grade copy.
18-year-old sorority girls or something.
Then he says, not to be snobby, but do you know who I am? And I say no, because I don't know who he is. He says he's a James Beard Award recipient or finalist or something, and I'm like, great, like I don't know what to say to that. And he said that his daughter has 600,000 followers on TikTok and that I'm not at that level. He keeps it in mind. He says that.
Okay. Mike Wolfer's Widow, issue 1.
At this point, I'm crying and I want to get out. So I tell him that I'm no longer interested in doing the collab.
$9.
I tell him that I felt disrespected because they were talking about me right in front of me and belittling my work. And he tells me that he was offended because I came in and didn't introduce myself to him.
The snobbery and rudeness from the employee referenced by Carla would come with great consequence for the restaurant. Carla's video detailing her encounter with these zesty-ass restaurant employees at Kiss Cafe went viral, accumulating over 2 million likes and tens of thousands of comments expressing disgust.
Okay.
Soon, the TikTok keyboard militia discovered that the co-founder and chef of the restaurant was a man named Luke Song, a food service industry veteran and award-winning chef that had been in the restaurant business for decades. This was the manager that was apparently talking down to Carla. People were looking at any outlet.
All right, here's another stack of books. A lot of silver, bronze books.
Satisfied folks, well, they went as far as targeting the co-owner's family. Chef Luke's daughter is a woman named Lisa. She's a beauty and lifestyle blogger, and when the story of her dad's dickish behavior got out,
All right, Action Comics 387.
didn't really have anything to do with any of this. But hey,
$2.50.
yet being snobby and stuck up about his little restaurant had evolved into quite the disaster. Well, Luke found himself out.
Rusty Longhorn, what's up? Rock Julio.
Kiss Cafe published this to Instagram, announcing that Luke no longer worked there as chef, noting they were temporarily shutting down operations.
Kill Cam 212, welcome in. Husker Smash, welcome to the show.
Take that statement from the Kiss team. Our chef's behavior was unacceptable, and he is no longer part of the
Adam 12 from Gold Key, issue 4 from 1974.
That behavior does not reflect
X-Men 2, I do not own X-Men 2.
respectful to everyone. In this instance, we failed to do so. We're closing soon and restructuring after these events.
That is a hard book to find. I had it a couple times, the first appearance of the Vanisher, but no longer anymore.
Please do not use this lapse in our values.
It's been a while.
Racism and hate speech towards us and our
I know I saw a guy at a show tonight that had it, but I mean, normally nobody has that book, or at least not on Whatnot. Like, who's gonna buy it on Whatnot for what a dealer is gonna want to sell it for?
I know I wasn't the one who said those things, but hearing him use me as his daughter to belittle another person,
Adventure Comics 337 for $6.
as a daughter of immigrant parents, I've spent my whole life navigating these dynamics, trying to educate him on regulating his emotions and words which doesn't excuse anything, but this isn't the first time I felt hurt by his actions.
The whole ordeal garnered national attention as mainstream news outlets began reporting on what had happened. After all, it was quite remarkable. A TikTok video had essentially dissolved an entire
Adventures of Little Big Boy.
would start making some headway in regards to picking up the pieces from that PR
Issue 148.
reported that Kiss Cafe would be transformed into a new business without the help or involvement.
$9.
It was renamed to Vox and kept the food and vibe of this spot before it. Thankfully, the staff members that worked at Kiss Cafe had been on payroll the entire time, and they got new jobs at the new place. So, good on the restaurant for not screwing the people who didn't do anything out of money. So it was less of a shutdown and more of a rebrand than an effort to distance themselves from that past blunder. Vosk is still open and seems to be doing pretty well for itself, earning a 4.5-star rating on Google, with most people enjoying the food and saying it's a great time.
Adventures of Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
Speak out with his side of the story. In August, the previously mentioned San Francisco Standard
$2.50.
where he went into more detail as to what happened.
Coverless copy.
Basically owned up to his mistakes, but did offer a few defenses.
The Bullfather. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Dress down the woman and make fun of her TikTok live in the dining room. He said this: I didn't feel like I was disrespecting Carla. I was actually just doing the research that my partner should have done before she came in. When she said that she felt disrespected, I said, I feel disrespected that you don't even know who the chef is. As a collaborator, you're supposed to be representing me, which to me is bullshit. When you delegate tasks,
All right. Adventures into Fear. Issue 16.
You don't get the privilege of dressing down someone you invited and humiliating them on the spot.
$6.
Your employee invited them. It's still the
It's
same thing.
VG Plus.
Whatever the case, this situation is wrapped up, and Carla has over 500,000 followers on TikTok. The spoils of war, you could say. The YouTuber eating a goldfish scandal. Lewis Cole is a prominent YouTuber, mostly known for operating the YouTube channel Fun for Lewis. It's an adventure travel vlog style channel, though he has a bit of history prior to this, with it being quite extensive. The guy has an entire Wikipedia page dedicated.
All Star Comics 61.
We could make a whole video about this guy's life, but there's a particular controversy of interest we'll be zooming in on involving, let's just say, a fish. It all began in 2020.
$6.
Creating a channel called Food for Lewis. While you might expect this to be some sort of innocent cooking show, that was far from the case. The whole gimmick of the channel was that he would eat some of the most disgusting things imaginable on camera. This was like Epic Mealtime's bizarro alternate timeline cousin. Lewis's greatest hits include.
All right, guys, I'm about to get off. I'm gonna probably go back on in a few hours. I need some sleep.
Blended mice, and there were even several where he straight up ate.
All right, if no requests, then I'll just get off.
Huge numbers and view totals for the time.
Okay.
These videos have been deleted for
See you later.
reasons that
Bye.
will soon become obvious.